Hey everyone, back with another coding session. Now this time I'm not doing the Hackerrank stuff because while I was going to do a second one, it I ran into slices in Golang and I had to refresh my memory on how to use them. Then I realized that the slice is such an important data structure in Golang that we should do a separate video on that. Um, it is just phenomenal, and it's used in solving so many algorithms and whatnot. So we'll just do a medium level exercise on slice. We're going to make a slice. You can add some values to it, and then we're going to write a function that will take in a slice as an argument, and then a value as well, and it will return the index of that value in that slice, and you'll see what I mean when I do the coding, or it will return a -1. This will be a build-up to another video where I'm going to do another function where it will remove an item from a slice. Now, slice is basically an array. In fact, it is an array under the hood, but it is so much more flexible than an array, and you will see that in just a second. So let's get to it. Let's open up VS Code. So package main, as always, import fmt, as always. Now let's try the main function first. Func main. If I could type func main. Main does not take an argument, and the code goes here. Okay, let's close off the main. So first we're going to define a slice, and defining a slice is pretty easy if you remember the syntax. Now, if you're doing live coding in an interview, then you kind of have to remember these things because you don't want to look up too many things on Google, even if it's allowed on the coding interview. So it's good to know how to write this live without having to get any help. So we're going to give it a name. Slice1 equals make. Make is a function that you can call just to make a slice. So slice, yes, it goes like this, and the values in it will be integers, and you can give it how many values to begin with. We'll just get 0. So basically, it'll be an empty slice. You can also, optionally, you can give it another value. That's the end capacity, but I don't see much value in that because you can always append to it. So here's slice1, and right now it's an empty slice. So think of this as an empty array. That's all it is. Now we're going to add some values to it, which is also super easy to do if you know how to do it. So we say slice1 equals append, another function you can just call out of the blue, and we're going to say append to slice1 a value, like in this case an integer 1. Actually, you can let's do 10 to distinguish it from the index 10. Now let's add a few more values to that. Let's just say we're going to add 5 values: 20, 30, 40, and 50. So we have 5 values in the slice. So now let's print it. We can simply call fmt just like anything else, print ln, and we can give it slice1. And I don't see any error. And s, and let's see. Go main, go run. Main.go. So you see, in the end, it's just an array that has those 5 values. So now we have a slice and we have some values in it. Next, we're going to write the function to find the index of any given value. So func, and let's call it get index of value. And it's going to take in 2 variables. One is a slice of int, and the second one is the value. So let's say that we want to find the index of the value 30 in this in this slice, then you should give me the index back as 2 because it starts with 0, 0, 1, 2, right? It will take in those two values and it will return an integer. Integer is being the index of that value, right? Okay, so now how do we find this? We go through a loop, and I intentionally put in the requirements that we have to use the range. I don't know if it's a function or a method or what it is, but it is used in so many cases for running through something, running through an array, running through something, right? So you have to know how to use that. So for, and we're going to say I for index, like that, and then we say range, and now we give it. Oh, I forgot to give it a name for the incoming arguments. Let's say it's s, s being the slice that's coming into this function. So for I equals range s, so basically it's now will loop through automatically. Will loop through from beginning to end of s. How magical is that? It's really awesome. So now we have that. So if we say if, now we're going to compare, right? We're going to say if the ith index, the value of value in this position equals the value that came in, right here, this value right here that we sent, and we're going to use this, so you will see what I mean. The value that came in, then we return. Actually, I always like to do it this way. The result is what we will return, and the beginning result would be an integer. By default, the value would be -1. That means if it doesn't find it, it will return -1. Result, if it does find it, result becomes the value of result becomes I, because that's the index that has that value. And now again, we'll use it to see how that works. Otherwise, but either way, when you're done with it, we say return result. Okay, so we loop through the slice, and if we find it, we return the index. If we don't find it, then we return -1. Now it has a problem with this value. Oh, we have to give it a type. Yeah, that's right. You have to give it a type. Right. So now result. It does it like return expected. Oh, we didn't say var. That's right. Okay. Var. Oh, I messed that up. Name of the variable is result, and it's of type int. Okay, now it still doesn't like the value. What's up with that? Undefined value. What do you mean undefined value? Value will be something. I wonder is because we haven't used it. Index of, we're going to take in a slice, and we're going to take in an integer value. I should have to define it. It's just what it's going to, let's use this and see if that goes away. So we're going to say, first we're going to print the slice to see what it is in it. Now we're going to print line. We're going to say get index of value, and we're going to send in slice 1 and a value, let's say 30, right? It still doesn't like it. Wow, okay, what's going on with that? Okay, we're taking, did I? Yes. Let's see. Let's save this and try to run it. Probably will give compilation. Okay, undefined value. Func index of value. It takes in a slice. That's fine. Int value. And returns an integer. What's wrong with that? S1 equals value. Interesting. Okay, I hate to do this, but I'm going to have to Google a simple thing. Golang Func that takes in two arguments, variables, elements. Let's see. An example. This is very addictive. That's different. I would like to see. Okay, tutorials point. Func add, comma, a int, v int, int. Just like that. Really should work. Comma, comma. All right, let's see what we got here. Anything I missed? Index value of slice int value returns an int. Amazing. What could be the problem? I'm sending it from here, so I shouldn't have to define this. Undefined value compiler, undefined variable name. Func int. Well, okay. I'm gonna have to send this to ChatGPT and let it figure it out because I sure can't. All right, let's do this. Let's go to ChatGPT and say, why in this code compiler is saying value is undefined? ChatGPT is such a great teacher. Code. The issue in the code that you're going to do is incorrect syntax in the function signature. Okay. Here is the corrected function signature. Get index value S. I have that. Comma, val. Oh, this is so dumb. Huh. The int comes after value. It is so odd because normally when you define a variable, actually no, this is consistent because the type comes after. That should work. Okay, Command S. Now, so what are we doing? We are going to send in the slice that we already have with a bunch of values in it, right? And we're going to say, hey, find the value 30 in that slice. And if you find it, send me the index. So let's save that and run that. And you see that it found 30 on index 2, 0, 1, 2. So it gave me 2. Now, if I give it 50 and run it, it'll give me 4 because that's the last value in that slice. If I gave it some value that doesn't exist, let's say 5, save that, it should give me -1. Okay, so that's it for today. Essentially, the idea is get introduced to this data structure, data type slice, and get used to using it because this slice is used in so many solutions to problems. In fact, it's going to be used in the next video. We're going to use it to create a function that will remove an item from the slice. But the one after that, when you do an interview question from Hackerrank, we will use slice to solve the problem. Okay, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.